everybody, it's Christine Bertram. I am coming to you live from the Hive here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin with a halfway unstuffed nose. Yesterday it was 100% stuffed on both sides, so I might sound a little bit other than my normal voice. That's because it's a little stuffy. So I thought, though, I can't not do class tonight because at least I can breathe through my nose. Yesterday, I couldn't breathe at all through it, and it was a lot of work to even talk. So it's not easy being cheesy. No, I wasn't going to really say that, but that's the line that comes to my head when I said it isn't easy. Like talking and breathing when your nose doesn't want to cooperate with you. And then today, it was better talking, but eating is hard. So, the struggle is real. I'm a hot mess, you guys. So between the left foot, the right foot, and the head, we're struggling. We're okay though, you guys. I might be doing that because I don't know what it's going to be like to do lots of chatty with a stuffed nose. But I figured if I didn't do class tonight, I have no idea when I would fit it in, because I don't run a schedule where there's any free time. I think you guys know that. And so it was hard enough finding a day to reschedule Mystery Card Night to, which is now moved out to the 23rd, which I know it's weird. It's a Tuesday afternoon at 1 o'clock. But I thought to myself, that's like the last possible time you can do it because we have family Christmas at 5 o'clock that night. So I'm like, well, we'll have class at 1. I'll be done at 2, and I have to be out of my parents by, let's say, 4:30. So it's cutting it a little close, but I don't know, you guys. It's switching gears time now. Luckily, we got 110 packages shipped out between Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Oh, not Sunday, but Friday, Saturday, Monday. And I might do that. Sorry, that's me breathing through my nose. And I'm really shiny because I've been putting on this Vixie type of vapor. It's a natural thing that, like, you put it under your eyes, you put it under your nose, and you put it on your forehead, and you put it behind your ears. And so it's all over me. You put it on your chest, and it's supposed to help you breathe better. So I look extra shiny tonight. So don't judge the shininess. So it's good we got the shipments done. And then on Tuesday, I think Tuesday, was it Tuesday? Oh, they actually went out on Tuesday. A lot of the shipments, they were supposed to go Monday. They went Tuesday. And that's because I ordered these. Oh my gosh, they're really cute. I'll run and grab them when I got the camera down, so you don't have to like hear me and watch me wobble all the way over there. But I got these cute little Be Happy stampers for my team. If they were supposed to arrive last Friday in time for the team holiday Christmas gathering on Sunday, and they didn't. And so I've got a pile sitting over there to get to people from in person. But they arrived Monday, and by the time we got them in everybody's boxes, it was 4:30, and my mom had been here all day helping me work on Christmas cards. So she's like, can I just come back tomorrow morning and we work on them? And I said, that's absolutely fine. So on Tuesday, a lot of people's packages went in the mail, and we got 550 Christmas cards out. So it was like, now it was maybe God's way of forcing me to say, okay, now you need to slow down because you've been going a mile a minute for however long, and now you need to slow down. And so yesterday was sit at the computer, breathing. You guys, I call it mouth breathing, right? Because you can't breathe through your nose, so it's like breathing through your mouth. And sleeping is horrendous. Everybody that I've talked to knows what it's all about because we all went through it at some point in our lives. And I don't know, it's something that's been going around. I know Diane had it last week, and a bunch of the other girls had it, and so I finally got it. So hopefully I don't sound too annoying, but we switched gears, you guys. Long story short, we switched gears, and we go from shipping to designing, and so Diane came over yesterday to start working on designing with me, and we both looked at each other like, no, like there's no creativity coming out of this, because Diane was on the back end of being sick. I'm like, maybe full blown, like, got it, that no, nothing, like, it was just not good. It was you can't focus, so there's no creative juices flowing. So here we had, prior to yesterday, ambitious goals of designing, let's say, the order-based class, and Let's Just Stamp yesterday. We got none of that done. But today we got the Sweet Bundle class designed for January. So we didn't get skunked, which is good. Yesterday we got skunked, but today we didn't get skunked. And the worst thing is that you feel guilty for not getting things done that you wanted to get done. And you have to tell yourself, it's out of your control. Just let it be. You'll make it up somewhere along the lines. So, looking at the calendar for Mystery Card Night, I was like, no, design day. We need to design. We need to design. Mystery card's going to wait till after the showcase. And I have the showcase slated for the 22nd of December at 10 a.m. for those of you that didn't know that. And so the showcase is Monday the 22nd at 10 a.m. And we're going to have mystery card on Tuesday the 23rd. And then we roll into Christmas. And so it was like, I was like, I need to make sure. There's a lot of designing that we do for January. Between the Winter Creative Escape, and then there's 6 classes in January that I'm designing with me and people that help me with the other teachers. And then we have Rose's class too, which she designs. And then on the 21st and 22nd, Kelly wants to start working on helping me to do the Paper Palooza, the Spring Paper Palooza cards, because we have a Palooza coming up. So not in January, the Palooza is set for February, but we've learned that the more time that we design cards ahead, it gives people the ability to see the cards and decide if they want to do the event or class. Deep breaths. So mystery card became the Tuesday night, the 23rd, or Tuesday afternoon, the 23rd, and then I'm pretty much wrapped up for December. But then poor Gina, you guys, she had her appendicitis her appendectomy a couple weeks ago. She's doing much better. But she hits it hot and heavy that last week. I'm looking at the calendar every time I look over here. She's got class, I think, the 29th, the 30th, and the 31st. I don't know. So she's got a lot going on the end of the month. So you guys, it never fails. There's so much stuff going on. Yesterday, you probably saw that Julie Bierschbach had class, and she did a little live on my channel. And then today, you might have seen that Karen Forward did her, I think, very first YouTube live on my channel. So Karen Forwards are doing a couple classes. She's done a couple classes, and she's got a few slated on the calendar for next year already in the first half of the year. And she had some people buy the kits, and so she did a video on how to do it. So it's just really cool. So yes, lots of creative content you're coming your way, even though I might be sick. So hi, Sherry Martin. Hello, Sherry Ott. I do feel better over yesterday. Yesterday, I couldn't even fathom talking and breathing, okay? Non-stop, repetitive for 2 hours or even an hour. My head was not in it, not in the game. Hi, Judy Sharp. Hi, Jean Terwilliger. And there is Trisha Fagley. Trisha, I am so sorry. I was reading ahead while I was looking over here on my computer at comments. I'm so very sorry to hear about the loss of your sister. I hope that I am a good distraction for you tonight, and we all send our love and prayers and support to you. You let us know what you need, my friend. We're here for you. It's hard losing somebody, and especially your sister, and then unexpected. So just know that we're thinking of you, and you're in our thoughts and our prayers, Trisha. Hi, Faye. Hi, Doris Munson. And there's Pat Shee Bischoff. And looking forward to another mystery card night. Yes, in a couple weeks. Hi, Randy. Hi, Sarah Mitchell. There's Jean Shoot and Mary Lemke. Jean Shoot. I got excited there. It made me want to cough. You sent me an email asking about your December registration. I never saw your December registration form come in. So I did mail your box as it was. Everything in the email that was listed and everything that totaled, that's what got mailed out. I still have everything available for December. So I just, if you can't, so I found a few people, maybe a handful or less, thought that they submitted the form and it never clicked through all the way to the end. You have to make sure you get to a picture of me and hit the word submit. So there's like 3 sections at the end of my class registration where if you don't keep clicking through them, it's general information about me and where to find me and to thank you, and then a picture of me, and then you hit submit. And if you think you're done answering questions, that doesn't mean it's necessarily done submitting the form. And then you want to make sure if you get an email after you do the form, then that means you've done it correctly. So Jean, if you have the email and you want to forward that to me, that would be very helpful, and I can see what's going on with the registration form. The other thing that I've learned recently is that people are filling out the registration form for past months. So October and November are in the past. And so when we're working in December, I'm not looking for November class registration forms. or that for, I don't go and look at it. I had 4 of them that I found recently for November. And I'm like, oh, oops. Like, I don't think to look back because everything is now in December. And so we have a December registration form with a past classes section. And so I'm not thinking to go back. So like, I didn't mean to miss that. And now that I think about it, I should also have at the beginning of the registration form that you're always filling out the current month. And that if you're filling out a past month's registration form, like November and it's December, that you want to make sure that you follow up with me, because I don't get an email notification. I have to go physically go into that spreadsheet and see it. And so I felt really bad because these people had filled the registration form out at the end of November and now it's December 11th. So it's been 2 weeks. And I'm like, they probably think I'm ignoring them. And it's like, no, that's not it at all. I just don't think to go back into the past, right? I'm in the forward and to the future. So current month and future. So just a reminder that if anybody's watching me, that if you want past classes, or if you need to change your class registration form after you fill out the form, just email me. Send me an email to Christine@cardsbycrispy.com and that will be perfect. Oh, and speaking of that, I was going to make sure that I have my little thing that goes down here and I can't find it anywhere. So I couldn't tell you where it went, the thing. So a few people have had classes here since I sat in this hot seat. And Tigger has been in this hot seat many times too. He takes up the whole chair. It's pretty amazing. But I don't think Tigger took it. But I don't know if I can find where mine slipped. So I was gonna say when I drop the camera down, you'll find my email address. But it's Christine@cardsbycrispy.com. All right, little side story on that. So there's Mary Lemke and there's Pat Sheba. You had me confused. I didn't think that you meant Mystery Night, but I thought that you were commenting about me rescheduling Mystery Night. All right. And hi, Barbara Gobby. There's Deanne Dawn. Yeah, who else do we have? Oh, let's see here. Laura Sullivan's here. Benita, hi. There's Wanda. And Susan Bellamy's here. Hi, Debbie. Debbie Gass got her package today. Wonderful. Yeah, we had everything staged on Friday for mailing on Friday, but by the time we finished, it was just too close to get to the post office. So I took everything to the post office on Saturday. Hi, Angelique. And there's Feline. And I don't want to bring... Oh... No, Trisha, it's not about bringing things down. We are a community and we bring each other up when we're feeling down. You guys have been there for me so many times over the last few years that when I'm down, you guys bring me up. That's what our community is about. So don't ever feel bad about letting us know when you're not feeling up to stuff, right? Or things are weighing on you, or you have things. We're here to bring each other up, and you never know who else is feeling the same way. And you can connect with that person and then you can relate to each other and you guys can have that connection, right? So don't ever apologize for that. It's not about, I don't ever look at it as bringing us down. We're here to be together. And I almost started crying talking about that, but I can't afford to have the water coming out there and the air coming out. So, hi Mary Carls. All right. Oh, who else do I have? Connie Moore is here. And let's see where, yep, Feline has it right, sending hugs, yes. You feel the love when we come together. Hi, Kari Dwyer. There's Carrie White. And Cindy Runtree's here. Cindy, I'm so sorry I forgot to put your second ruler in your package. That was totally on me. I know that I needed to get a ruler in your package, but I didn't remember that it was supposed to be 2. That was me not double checking that, but I have plenty for you. Hi, Rosalind Begay. Your package went out on Tuesday. Wonderful news, yay. Hi, Mimi. There's Gwen Goda, and you had a package going out too, Gwen. Wonderful. So you might hear that. And if Susie Fenlater was watching, she'd say, make sure you're drinking your drink. Which is tonight an emergency. Yeah, so I gotta get my vitamin C. All right, so we're gonna do the mystery. Oh, see, Pat, you almost had me say the mystery card night. Tonight we're gonna do the monthly card class. And I probably won't chat a lot about stuff on the front end here because I know that it'll be easier to last as long as I can. I wanted to show you guys that I've been always trying to keep up with the announcements. So for those that don't know, I have in the resource sections of my website, which is cardsbycrispy.com, I posted it here 12/9. The December monthly card PDF was emailed. I'm so excited. 12/9 was Tuesday, you guys. So I emailed that out Tuesday, which was 2 days prior to class. Yay. December registrations. The January class showcase is slated for Monday, December 22nd. So if you guys haven't seen this, just know that I try to keep this current. Like, I still haven't sent the ACE creative presentation file out. I am a little sad about that. So however you do a sad face with your hands. Jolene has been telling me it would be ready, and other things come up, and then another class comes up, and she's trying to keep everything current and sneak that one in. And she said by Monday night, she said she was halfway done writing it. So it's getting there. Not quite there, but it's getting there. And I know I've had probably 10 people ask about it in the last 2 weeks. So I apologize. That's all I can say is I am sorry. I rely on Jolene to help me write it. I could do it, but then all other things are also going to slip. So I'm relying, and it's crazy. But as soon as it is written, because people are asking, did I miss it in my email? Did I miss it in my email? If you know, you can go here, and if this statement is still here, 11/25, that I have not sent the ACE Creative Escape file, I will not change that until I email it. And when I email it, it'll be up here at the top. It'll say 12 whatever, the ACE Creative Presentation file is emailed out. The last thing here is about the calendars. I do have about 35 calendars. You guys amazed me. I was blown away. Last year I ordered 700 of these little mini calendars. 700, right? I get them from Tailored Expressions. And I do it because for the last 10 years I've been doing calendar cards. And my in-person community has always wanted to get in when I order them, because I always get them when they have the Black Friday special. And so I have people that only want 2 or 1 or 10, right? But you have to get like a $75 order to get free shipping, and they don't. So we always come together and did our orders. And it started off at 100, and then it was 200, and then it was 400, and then it was 600. Last year was 700. Sorry, last year was 600. So what I did this year was 700. And I thought to myself, that's got to be enough. Well, I ordered them early in November, like right around when Backstage was. It was actually the end of October, whenever they had a sale. And I ordered 700. Those were all gone, and people signed up for like 300 more. So I bought 400. So a total of 1,100 of those little calendars came through here and then got dispersed out to people. I think, Feline, you might have been the one that got the most. I think you got 40. And Laura Sullivan, I think you got like 30. But like that, that helps though, because then you didn't have to try to put another bigger order in with Tailored Expressions. So I try to do it to help. Sorry, that was running now too. So, you guys, I'm a hot mess. Hang on. Let me fix that situation. All right. So I have about 30 left. I just looked in the box. I have about 30, I think. And it could be 40, but this is how they come. They come pre-packed. Oops, wrong thing. They come pre-packed in groups of 10 like this, and a pack of 10 is $4, right? So if anybody is interested, I have a few left. I would have to say like 40, but isn't that crazy? Out of 1,100, I only have 40 left, and eventually they will go too. So, oh man, Angelique got her happy mailbox. Wonderful. And Jean said she got a forms response last Friday. Forward that to me. Send it to me, because I want to know what form you filled out. If you filled out the Winter Creative Escape form, did you fill out, like, which form did you fill out? That's what I want to know. Because when I looked at my back end for the December class registration, maybe I did see your name. I guess things are foggy right now. I'll go back and look too. All right. Yeah, Feline likes making calendar cards. And for the Winter Creative Escape, I usually keep 120 of them for the escape, because we do a calendar card for the Winter Creative Escape. And I'm also going to build in a calendar card. Oh, I almost forgot about this. Into the January monthly class, there'll be a calendar card. That's my plan anyways. All right. Let's see here. We'll take it one step at a time. And yes. Okay. So we're going to make 3 cards. The cards that we make tonight, 2 of them are going to be wintry themed. So in December, I try to transition away from the Christmas side of things, because by the time you guys make cards, Christmas might be too close. So I transitioned to wintry. And then one of the cards I was going to feature was the sign design, which we did for Let's Just Stamp in October. And we didn't have a raging response for that class or that bundle. So I took that out of the lineup, that stamp set out of the lineup for December, and I inserted a different one. and Jay doesn't know, she helped me design this last card. And she knows I would do anything I can purple. And so, where's Pop-Up Designs, Pop-Up Petals? It's called Pop-Up Petals, and I'm trying to think where I might have it. I probably have it in the Beekeeper's Guide. Here, I'll show you what the card looks like. So we went for purple, we went for flowers. So completely two different things going on here. We've got blue and wintry with snowflakes, and then we've got purple with flowers. And so I have the Beekeeper's Guide that might have the pop-up petals in it that I can show you guys. There is a set of dies, because I'm pretty certain that launched in November. And maybe it is newer than that. Maybe it's going to be launching coming up here. Hang on, I have the thing here. This is how I've been storing my stuff, you guys. They changed the packaging, so now they're in cases like this, and they're really thin. And I'm not the biggest fan of the die set part, so I like having my dies on magnetic sheets. So I buy these cases with the magnetic sheets. I'm in the process of putting the name on there, but my Dymo label maker ran out of labels. So it's called Pop-Up Petals. I don't see it here either. So now this is what you have to do. You have to like search through your stamps this way versus seeing stuff on the side. I must have Pop-Up Petals, I'm guessing, upstairs would be my guess. So, yeah, maybe. Yeah. I think that it might be upstairs. Oh no, what's this? Nope, that's not it either. Oh my goodness. So the good thing is the stamp set's upstairs, but I have the stamps is what I need for class. So I'm okay then. So, yeah, the same with Creative Haven. I use Creative Haven words for this one. It says you deserve all the good things. So I made that into a birthday card, and it has happy birthday, and that's from the banner. Gosh darn, those stamps should be down here somewhere. They don't look like normal. They look like the new cases, and so I'm not used to what they look like yet. So, Jean, you sent it to CBC Enroll. Is that what you're telling me? Oh, you guys, I haven't used the CBC Enroll email address probably for about 3 months now. When we transitioned to the new registration form and Carissa stopped helping me do enrollments, we stopped looking at the CBC Enroll at gmail.com because it's too much for me to manage that. So basically, the only email address I use is Christine@cardsbycrispy.com, and then we use the registration form. And Amanda, who's helping me do my class registrations, she just logs into my email, and so she and I operate both out of my email, and so there's not multiple different emails. So that would make sense why I haven't seen an email come from you, because I haven't looked in that folder for a while. Hi, Bridget Rowe. Yes, go Team Blue and Team Purple tonight. All right, let's do roll call as long as I have my book here. And I think I'll keep looking. When I have to get up for something, I will see if I can see those stamps anywhere. Okay, we have a lot of kits left for this class. We had been holding steady at 68 people doing this class between in-person and online for the last 4 months. So we went with 68 again for December. And we are with about 20 spots open, or 20 kits left. So if anybody's watching this video now or in the future for probably a year, you'll probably be able to get this class in a kitted form. This class is one that you could pay for. It was $19 plus shipping, or it is $19 plus shipping, or you could place an order and get it for free. And right now, you guys, there is free shipping, right? So if you spend $75 and you pick me as your demonstrator, it's like a triple trifecta. You get free shipping, and you have the option of adding on the product of the month for $5, and you get to pick a free class with me, a class that's offered free with a minimum order. So there's 3 things with a $75 order. So if you're at like 68, you might consider spending like $7 more and getting it to 75 and taking advantage of all 3 of those things. The other thing with the product of the month is I am collaborating with 10 people, including myself. So 9 people and me, 10 people. And each month we're going to prepare projects. So I'm going to design a project that uses that paper, photograph it, write up a tutorial, and then my other 9 friends are also going to do the same thing. It's very cohesive. And by the 5th of the month, or let's say by the first week, end of the first week, by the 7th, we'll be emailing a tutorial, that tutorial, to everybody who purchased the product of the month through us. So same tutorial. So my friends, like let's say it's Jay Shante or Tracy Sorge or Amanda Waldhart, between all of us, if you order from multiples, like if you order from me and somebody else that's doing this, you'd get the same tutorial, right? And we're not making different ones, right? So we're all 10 coming together, having one tutorial, and it'll be compiled by like towards the end of the month and then sent out by the end of the first week of the next month. So it gives you guys extra creativity and ideas for you to use your product of the month, which is the True Blues Designer Series paper. Hi, big boy. So I have been away all day working on designing cards, so the kittens might be a little bit more needy or wanting of my attention. Just putting it out there. Okay, so we have lots of spots left at this class, and I'm going to do roll call and let you know who's all signed up for class. And I want to thank them for signing up to take this class. Either they placed an order to get it free or they paid for it, but I do want to say thank you to them. It's also their opportunity to let me know if I miss saying their name, because then I can definitely save a set of kits for them. Hi, big boy. Oh, Mom, I missed you so much. I bet. You slept all day, buddy. So, on the list first, we have Tundra Hudson, Cindy McLeod, Annette Rollin, Wanda Zerman, Pat Shee Bischoff, Debbie Stone, Faye Godby, Kathleen Ketterman, Linda Scott, Phyllis Oderman, Karen Woods, Susan Devine. Yay, Susan. I think it's your second class with me. Lisa Mulis, Angelique Schaefer, Sandy Coy Emery, Kelly Gibson, Julie Bontrager, Donna Grushke, Fleet Mays, Susan Bellamy, Sherry Everett, Doris Munson, Kathy Crumpton, Mary Carls, Doral Hoffaker, Shelley Cooper, Sarah Merchant, Cheryl Thomas, Lynn Beasley, Joyce Kornick, Vicki Rodriguez, and Julie Block. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. Feline says, I bought some of the beautiful paper yesterday. Yay! I got some too, and mine came already earlier in the week, or maybe it was last week, but I needed to do a 2-day order, so it came relatively quick. Now they're at the point where if you order now, shipments aren't necessarily guaranteed. Because what is today, the 11th? They're not guaranteeing shipments come before Christmas. They might, but they're not guaranteeing it. So lots of you girls are here. I appreciate that. We'll do a random number generator later on. You guys, could you tell I got a little stuffy there? Like the nose is completely blocking up again on me. That's how it goes. So 4, 5, 6. Looks like we have 6 lovely ladies who placed orders to get the class for free. Oh, he wants his water. You want water, big boy? Yeah, Mom. There you go. Well, make sure you shut it off, big boy. I don't know how, Mom. I haven't taught him. But thank you, Nancy. Yep, I caught that. So, all right. So the new mini catalog too, you guys. They are going to be launching in January. So they're out and about to those demonstrators who have them, or if you are somebody's customer, you might have gotten one already too. Mine are all dispersed at this moment. Yay. So which one do we want to start with? We're going to stay here. I have Post-it notes on. Short one, small snowflake. Okay, so I get notes sometimes on my cards if I got something up with them. But your golden ticket is important because it has the name of the class. So if you're looking for the tutorial in your inbox, or if you're looking on YouTube for it, it also has the date here. Thanks for the thumbs up, Cindy. I appreciate it. Okay, so golden ticket's really important in case you are trying to find this class later in life. All right, so I'm going to just go to the first one here. I'm going to blow my nose, you guys. You don't need to Yep, I'm glad I saved you guys from that. So this is my first one. Oh, it's purple. Oh, okay, we're gonna do purple first then. I thought we'd save purple till the end, but I picked it first, so we're gonna do it first. All right, pretty little card featuring pop-up petals. And if that is, I'm trying to think. You guys, I have to admit, my brain is a little bit fuzzy right now. I could have sworn pop-up petals was from, it is. It's from the November release. If I had to bet, it's from the November release. And so for those that have access to the Beekeeper's Guide folders, the version 4 is the one that has the November stuff. And it is. Pop-up petals is right here. Okay, so this is what the stamp set looks like, right? So it's got words, the pots, a butterfly, some foliage. So for in the card, I'm just going to put the butterfly in there. But that's not where we got the words. We got the words from, oh man, Creative Haven, I thought. So, but just know that what I'm working with is November online exclusive. So it is current right now. It's an Olay. Don't forget to click the thumbs up. It's an All right, burnish your edges. And you guys have 8 inches of the Petunia Pop Ribbon. I just checked. It is on last chance right now, and this is on sale, this ribbon. We gave you 8 inches, but you don't want to go cutting off 5 inches and then try to do your overhand knot. What you really want to do is make your overhand knot first. What you really want to do is a zig-a-zig ah. So you want to make your overhand knot because you have all of this to hang on to. And when you bring this back over here, then you trim it and you have plenty then. And it was just a lot easier to make the overhand knot when it was a big long piece, right? So you have enough there. All right, so Petunia Pot was part of the Halloween, spooky Halloween baby. That's sweet. So we've got some foliage pieces here. So this one comes from Label Me Grateful. And then these other 2 pieces come from the Gallery Blooms. And you should have 3 gems in your kit. Those are more of the blackberry ones from the purple shimmer. Like, I think they're fine shimmer purple gems. So the pot and your big mat here, they're blackberry. And they're embossed with this new folder called Beautiful Patterns. So it's a nice subtle texture on the background. It's got lines, so you want to be careful to keep it straight. And so that is what goes back there. This little guy, I'm sorry, we used a die cut that is actually from January. It was from Sale-a-bration. I was designing this with Jay, and she had this die in with her Gallery Blooms and didn't catch that it really wasn't with Gallery Blooms until I went to try to figure out what die it was for die cutting. The only reason I figured it out is because I went into the Sale-a-bration offering that we made, and I was looking through here, and I found the die set that it was part of, and it is part of this one right here. It's called Heart-Shaped Bundle. Some of you got this during Sale-a-bration. Just remember, you have this awesome label right there. That's where that die came from. So if you got that and you didn't realize there was a label in there, now you know. All right. So we figured you guys wouldn't mind because it's already die cut for you. You're just going to stamp your sentiment on it. This is a piece of the new vellum, and we embossed it with a retired embossing folder called, I call it Plaster of Paris, but it's not. It's plaster of something, but I call it Plaster of Paris. It was just enough to give it some texture on here. This piece of designer paper came from the Florals in Bloom pack that's part of the annual catalog. And what we did is we layered these up, and then those will further get layered on there. And then you have a piece of white, which is for your inside map. The ink colors you want are blackberry for your words, and then I stamped the little butterfly in fresh freesia. You could also use blackberry at second strength. So on the inside, oh man, of course everything got disheveled because I did that. All right, it says sending love, and you're on my heart and in my mind. All right, so let's grab those stamps, and we're gonna do you're on my heart and in my mind, right about there. So if you want, you could do a darker purple butterfly, you could do a lighter purple one. The fresh freesia is pretty. So let's just grab that. ink that up, and I'm going to put it so it's flying at the top. And that's the only thing for freesia. Back to the blackberry, though. You've got Sending Love. And we're going to put that on this sentiment strip. 3 days. Holy Moses, Gwen. That's, I don't know, is that a record? I feel like the last shipment I sent to you too, it was like 2 days or 3 days. That's pretty awesome. Even with the mail system having an influx of all the packages going out. So there's Sending Love. So that's it for stamping. We really don't have a lot of stamping on this card. So it's really easy for you guys to recreate this card without necessarily having anything but some sentiments. So what I'm going to do for this is I'm going to flip both these over and this, and we're going to do a 3-way glue here. So we're going to do our inside mat. We're going to do the designer series paper and the vellum. Now the vellum, normally I wouldn't do the glue like that, but with the vellum, I don't think you can see through it. So I have it to go up higher in my chair. Oh man. Somebody else sat in my chair, you guys. I feel like it's the 3 little bears. And somebody sat in my chair and it was way too low for me. There we go. That's better. So I don't think there's much direction to this. So you can put it whichever way you need to. All right. So there's that. Now with the vellum, we were discussing that in class the other night. Because of the embossing, when you put this down there, you don't really see, when you press it like that, you don't really see where the glue lines are. You could also use tear and tape if you're worried, but just put the tear and tape right through the middle. That would be good. Yeah, I would have to say the Fond du Lac Post Office is amazing. They are the best post office around town. I have heard from some of my girls how much their post offices are not great. And I feel blessed that I have the post office that I have. They really work hard to get our packages out right away. So there's that. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to work on putting the pot together here. So I'm going to grab some glue dots. And I'm going to put a glue dot right at the top of the pot here. And the first one that needs hot. Well, hello, Hunky. You're very clumsy, buddy. Mom, I'm sorry. I was sleeping all day and I'm not very agile. I need to stretch my body bones. All right, what's up, buddy? I don't know what you want from me. Mom, I just want your love. No, it looks like you're going to go take a nap over there. Yeah, baby. Okay, we're going to start with purple because that one's, oh, you dirty bird. You had, something was on his foot. All right, so the purple's first. And I'm going to stick that so it's kind of like angled like so. Then you're going to have to grab another glue dot. Oh, you're going to fall. No, I'm good, Mom. We're going to put another glue dot right back here. Well, hello, I know. Okay, and then the next one that we're going to put down is the lighter of the greens, which is the Lost Lagoon one. Nancy says, hello, handsome kitten. Well, I used the word handsome kitten. She said hunky. Well, I know I'm handsome. Then here's this one. So this one's off to the right a little bit. Okay, now then you're going to have to grab another glue dot. Mom, I want your chair because I want to go to sleep. Okay, I told you guys they'd want me tonight because I wasn't around today. And then you're going to grab the dark one, which is Peacock. And this, it's so funny when I was stamping with Amanda Waldhart. I didn't know what I was saying, so I said, Peacock! So now when we talk about Peacock, we say, Peacock! All right, so we've got our foliages all attached right to the back of the pot. Then you're going to want to put some dimensionals. Okay, hunky buddy, you got to make some decisions here, right? You must choose, but choose wisely about what you're going to do with your life right now. I don't know, Mom. I think I'm going to go over here. You'd have so much stuff on the counter. If you wouldn't have it all, I could get through better. So we're going to grab a few dimensionals. We're going to stage them on the back of our pot. And my trick is, because I've got some ribbon down there that I don't necessarily know exactly what height I want to put it at. So what I want to do is get this situated. And I think I'm going to put some dots of glue right off the bat on the back of these. It'll be easier than trying to flip it forward. So this green one kind of hangs over the top, and this one's kind of near the bottom of the vellum. So if you don't press it very hard, we could situate where the sending love goes, which kind of goes a little over the top, like that, because I've got the pot going right about like, or the label right about like that. So something like that is good. You'd be so proud of me. I just finished last year's festive Stamp-a-Stack. Oh, wow. Oh, you're going to have your luncheon tomorrow. Very good. Say hi to everybody for me. I am very proud of you, Penny Powell. I love it. Good job. All right, so now we can grab our purple. Our tear. You guys, I'll tell you. When your brain's up, like running at full capacity, words don't come out the same either. So we're going to flip this over and put some tear tape back here. And we're going to... All right, so there's a trick to this. I had the hardest time lining up this ribbon being directly behind here. I can't lie. That really was a thing. So I think what I did, and I thought I would do with you guys, and it's popped up. So hang on. What we're going to do, we're going to make it so it's not so complicated. We're actually going to oh, Hunky wanted water. Too bad you didn't tell me that, buddy. Sorry. There you go. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to put the dimensional back right on the label. Like that. I don't generally adhere like adhesive right to the ribbon. If you guys watch me, it's very rare that I actually do that, but it was really hard to get this ribbon figured out where that goes with keeping this in line with it. So that's why I'm doing it this way. I don't generally do it like this, but this case, I'm going to have this lined up. So a little round Humpty Hump comes out the ribbon there. And then drop it right on there. There. So at least that's attached and coming up. Now what I can do is situate that. So there's no adhesive there, so it's not going to stick real good. So we're just going to put a couple pieces behind the ribbon, just so it sticks down. So centered left to right. And now that comes out directly where the tail, so it goes straight through, which is what I wanted. All right, now these can go down. And then you can peel those off. We're gonna put liquid glue on the back. And that goes right to your card front. So the petunia really matches nicely with the fresh freesia and the blackberry bliss. Okay, but the pot is not complete without a little bit of ribbon on it, because if you look at these, this one's missing something. It needs a little more bedazzling right there. So that's where that little piece comes in handy. So grab a little glue dot, and I'm actually going to do two, and I'm going to put two right next to each other, like that, and pop that right into the glue dots, and then make sure you're using your ribbon scissors, and you can trim your tails to the length that you want them, like that. All right, then the blackberry gems are perfect on this. So you either got too big and a small, or you got too small and a big. So I would put the big and the small together, and then whatever the opposite one you have, just put on the other side. And Stella is always a girl's best friend, and this would look really good if you Stella your foliages. Well, that purple one didn't get glue on it, but the other two did. So if that is going to be a problem, what you could do is now flip this one back and put a little dot of glue right there. And then just make sure that that sticks good. You have to maybe put your finger on it so that it adheres. All right, I gotta shut this water off because this kitten doesn't know to shut water off. Perfect. All right, well, we did it. We got the first one done. Yay. All right, and that's what the inside. Did you see what I did? You guys had to have seen what I did. So, there's a way to fix it, but we're not going to worry about it. So, who's done that before? Who has done that? How did I do that? I must have had that flipped upside down. So, I know I'm not alone because this is the kind of card that I give to Mary Lemke because she laughs when I send her cards like this because it's a trick card. You open it up and you're thinking, oh, you have writing over here. But okay, so there's a couple fixes you could do. Oops, right is oops is right. You guys, I don't think I've ever done that on a live. I mean, I've done this, but I've never done it on a live before. All right, so 2 things you can do. You could add another piece of white over the top of it, and then put a white over here. So so this would be the perfect card if you have a coworker that is leaving the office, and you need to send them a lot of signatures on a card. What you would do is I wouldn't rip this out because if you rip this, you would use your heat tool, right? Use a heat tool and then this will peel out and then you put another white one right over the top. You put a white one right over here and now tons of people can sign this. Or if you have a big family gathering and you need to send a card with lots of people signing it, you put the white on both sides. And that's probably what I'll end up doing. So if you take the heat tool, what you're going to do is just heat it up and then this will just peel right off. But it's going to leave this residual adhesive marking, so you're gonna have to cover it right back up. So hi Anna Carter, we're just making upside down trick cards here, so it's all good. So nothing we can't fix. I definitely would opt for adjusting my inside versus peeling. I thought about it. You guys you watched me pull that back. If that's the case though, you gotta well, let's see here. No, I got it glued on the wrong side. It really was supposed to be glued over here. So, all right, well, that's what it is. So our first card, upside down. It's all good on the hood. It's all good on the hive, right? All right, so that's our first card. Not too bad, right? Not too shabby besides being upside down. All right, so you guys have it happen to you too. Too many times to count. Any crafter would laugh and be happy to receive it. Yes, exactly. All right, I love it. Here's the head cold going. But you hear... you have the head gold going on too. Oh man, put a flower on over the inside piece and add another inside center. You got it. Yeah. All right. All good, you guys. We got it. We kind of know how to fix stuff like that, so we're good. All right, so we're gonna do this one next. This one is featuring Secret Sea, Under the Sea. We've got some diamonds, are forever in there, and this piece is embossed with your Snowflake Sky embossing folder that is currently retired. So it went away back in October on us, but we live in Wisconsin. We need to have a Snowflake embossing folder. So we continue to use it. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to lightly hover over, you can put the DSP over the mistake. Absolutely. You betcha. I've been loving the undo fix to unique. Yes. So Trisha too. Yeah, I think Judy Sharp got me onto the undo. So I'm going to take a dauber. And yes, I am using Secret Sea. It is super dark, but it's going to work perfect, okay? So you just have to have a very light touch to it. And I've been watching people and how they do their sponge daubering. And I see people go like this. Okay, you're going to get that kind of stuff when you do like that. How I have always found that if I need to lightly hover over the top, hi Sherry Stewart, how do you know Debbie Gass? So what you do is you hover over the top and I just kind of go really lightly back and forth. And I make sure that I'm not heavy on the left or the right side. All right, so we're just gonna lightly go up and down here. You guys, I probably should zoom it just a little more so you can kind of see, you'll see the color better. But I'm really just going back and forth. Really light hand. Right, get more ink, dab off a little bit. So light that you're not even getting the bottom part. you're only getting the embossed top pieces. Okay, then flip it over. Dab off. Don't forget to do your dabbing off. Right? Before you push harder, get more ink. You can always add ink to it. You can't take it away. But you can see that I'm not even getting the bottom part. I'm only getting the top. If you go like, I don't know, I see people do this. And like that, you're going to get it looking like that. And that's not really the look you're going for. I know that's the opposite side, but you really, like, you want to just illuminate those snowflakes and those little flurries. As much as we don't really want snow right now. But that's how I would do that. Okay. We need to grab out of here this white piece and then this other white piece. This is die cut for you out of the glimmer paper that's part of the Peaceful Garden. So that's done already for you. This is cut into quarter. So it's 9 3/4 by 4 1/4, and it's scored at 3 1/4. So what you want to do though is you want to make sure that it lines up really nice. If you see that when you fold this, like the flap is either short or long, you have time to adjust it, right? So we do all this stuff by hand, you guys. There's not a machine that cuts this. I believe Annette was the machine. She cut and then she scored these to help. And she uses my guillotine cutter, right? So it's not the big cutter by any means. So if you find that the flap here, like this raw edge, doesn't match up nicely with the fold, now's your time to manipulate it one way or another. I'm glad you like it, Barbara. That's awesome. It's a good technique. Oh, Barbara, I meant to tell you too, the straws came for the B cup. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. It did come earlier in the week. So this is going to go, let me just see here, like this. Okay, so we've got the top is open, like this is your valley. And then when you open it this way, you've got a valley. And I like it so my snowflakes are higher and thicker at the top and then less at the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and set this over here so I don't lose track of that. And then I made this into a birthday card because I figured by now everybody might be like past winter, but in class people were using wintry sentiments. So we're going to do happy birthday. And we'll put that right about there. And we'll flip it over and see if we get a little straighter. That's good. And then on the sentiment, it says, you deserve all the good things. We're going to put that up here on the label. And then, well, it's it for Secret C, but we do need some cloud cover. There's cloud cover ink pad. I put it away. Well, good job. Oh, yeah. Okay, so here's our cloud cover. And so there are snowflakes in the Snowy Delight stamp set. And we're going to put those across the top here. What do I need to do to get this kit? I did not order it with the other kits I purchased. Barbara Gobby sent me an email. Cards by Christine at cardsbycrispy.com. We're past the using the registration form at this point. So the easiest, best way to do is just to send me an email. And when you send me an email, I'll see it and I'll reply to it. And I'll tell you that I'll hold one for you. And in the email, you have to just tell me if you want it mailed right away or if you just want me to hold it till your next package goes out in January. Either way works. But when you tell me how you want it sent, then I know what to tell you for shipping. So you just gotta tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I want a zig. Okay, so we can glue some things. Now these are just, ribbon. This is a quarter sheet. And this is the mat for the quarter sheet, right? So this is from the Peaceful Garden suite. We had one sheet left over. So we put that back there. So we're gonna glue, and glue 42. Let's grab the glue. Let's move you out of the way. You betcha, Barbara. Anybody else, too, that wants this set, this these 3 cards for the kit. And what you see that when I open up the envelope, that's how you guys get your kits too. It's not any different because we kit mine at the same time that we kit all of them. Mine's part of the same pile, it just gets pulled off to the side. And then they give me the things that are off a little bit. All right, I can hold it, perfect. All right, so this one goes on the inside here. So what I do with it, Barbara, is I'll just set it on the back counter. Okay, so there's that. And this guy goes right there. Now what we can do is flip this over. And what we're going to do is put it flat all together. And this just gets centered in front of your card, top to bottom, left to right. I have seen this same card set up as a gift card holder. Meaning that what you do down here is you can add a little strip and only glue it on the sides and the bottom, and you can use it to put a gift card in, or bills, or a check, or a ticket, like a movie ticket, or a lottery ticket, right? So you could make a little flap in here and make it a gift card. The other thing too you could do is, this piece was 9 3/4. If you left it at 11, you get another 1 1/4, and you could have scored it here at 9 3/4 instead, and flip that 1 1/4 up, and like cut a little circle out here to make an access point to put the gift card in and out. So you could have folded that last little bit up, okay? All right, then on this guy, we've got these couple things left. We're going to trim our edges here, like that, and grab the tear and tape. One for waiting in the wings, and one for the back. And this, I just learned today, this white ribbon is no longer available. It went on last chance and it sold out. So it is gone. I have enough rolls left to do the kitting for like maybe 2 more cards. And then it's gone in my books too. So I think I have a few rolls left to, and we kitted it, we designed a card today using it. So I was happy that I had a few rolls left. So what I'm going to do, I'm wondering if I'm going to like this or both like this. I think I'm going to make them come together, like the peaks together like that. Different ways you could cut them. All right, so that's staged and ready to go, except for we'll put some dimensionals on it right away. And then it's ready to go. You sound like you have a bad cold. Hope I get better soon. Thank you. I appreciate that, Sarah. It came on really quick. And like at 3 o'clock on Tuesday, I was fine. And like 9 o'clock Tuesday night, I had a stuffy nose and a sore throat. And it's like not the greatest sleeping on Tuesday night. And Wednesday yesterday was not great. It's like, for the most part, just, you know, when you don't feel good, you just move a lot slower. And your brain doesn't work as fast. But it was still like, I got a bunch of things done yesterday, but there's nothing creative. Like, we were going to design classes, you guys. It was, nope. And I might have said that already. I was like, there's no creative anything coming out of me yesterday. But we were lucky today. We got 1 class designed. So we didn't get skunked. But there's a lot of designing to do between now and next week, Friday. So I'm going to glue this so that there's some points that are longer and some shorter. I'm going to make it so that the point is up and down. And then centered left to right. I sounded a lot worse yesterday, I will admit that. And that is why I made the executive decision to postpone Mystery Card Night. I felt really bad doing it, but I know you guys, if I sound this bad now, can you imagine what it would have been yesterday? No bueno. All right, so that's going to go there. And you've got 2 small gems and a big or a medium one. So I would put the 2 different sizes together. And I don't know, I picked down there. And then put the other odd random one up here somewhere. And I found there's a little baby snowflake up there, and he actually looks really nice in the middle of that snowflake. So that works. I wish I could have your warm weather too, Sarah. I would take it. I would definitely take it. So when this opens, again, it opens like this. So it's a little bit different of a fold. The other thing for you guys at home that got this kit, I thought of this after we were all done and had a kit, and I was looking at the cards Monday night at class. And you could take a piece of another designer paper and add it here. It's too bad there wasn't a die that was correlating to the size, because you could cut a little rectangle out of this piece and then adhere it right here, and I think that would be really cool. But if you have the peaceful garden paper at home and you want to cut a 3x4 that matches, that would look really cool, that this paper match that paper. But I had enough sheets to cut up so that everybody got a 5 1/4 by 4 mat, and that doesn't happen, you guys. You could probably agree that you don't get quarter sheet mats like that, because normally we are strategic about our sizing, and we're normally like this one, a 3x4, and this one too. The next card is a little bit smaller of a piece. This one, because I had so many sheets left over, we had like 11 sheets of it, well, maybe 12 sheets, and so we had enough to do all 68. So wonderful. All right, so you don't really actually need Stella much, because this is very glittery, and you don't want to Stella this because it'll make your ink bleed. But if you really had the need for speed or the need to Stella, you could Stella around the edge of your designer series paper here. All right, you guys, I am back to 100% clogged nose. I bet you could tell if you were watching me from the very beginning how I sounded a lot better in the beginning. And no, I'm not so hot, but that's how it goes. All right, we got one card. We got one more card to do. And then you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go get an ice pack for my ankle and put some more vapor stuff on my face. So, all right. So there's that card. Love it. All right, so we've got 2 done so far. That's what we got. The last card is our Double Dipper. If you participated in the Winter Creative Escape with me, you might recognize this last card. It was one that we did for the escape. So, excuse me. All right, I'm missing my inside, so it's somewhere along the way. There was an inside. That's okay, we'll figure it out. All right, so your last card kit. I'm short one small flake. Short one small snowflake, and that's okay. I'll show you where it goes for yours. All right, you guys, what? There we go. So I've learned that being sick is not a bad thing. Being sick helps your body become stronger. It helps you build up your antibodies and helps you get through harder things in the future. Thanks, Sarah. All right, so this piece of designer paper comes from the Traditions of Christmas paper, which is out of stock at the moment. It shows that it's coming back in around December 15th. Thanks, everybody. Thank you. It's coming back in around December 15th, so next week sometime. This is the Snowflake Kisses designer die cutting set. So my envelope said I'm missing one snowflake. I'm missing one of those. And what happens is it's on the side here. So I'll be fine. I can miss putting it on. I'll be okay. What you're going to want to do, though, is you need to do a little hokey pokey here and turn yourself around, because that's what it's all about. Left hand. All right. So we're almost done here. So this die cuts out all of this at one time. And then it also cuts out this circle right here. And what happens on most of you, we even went one step further and we die cut. Some of you might have had these die cut out of the middle. So if you're recreating this card, you definitely want to die cut your snowflakes right out of the middle of that. Okay, so that's all staged and ready to go for you. The ribbon that we used is this white fluffy ribbon, okay? So we featured that, the Delicate Pine Snowflake. Warm water with honey and lemon will help you. Yes, I definitely gotta get inside. I've got some immune boosting tea that I can make with honey. Absolutely. That is on my forecast for tonight too. All right, so let's make sure we burnish this. Hi, Donna Grushki. So keeping it horizontal, that's going to be important. Then we're going to stamp with snowflake kisses. So this is where the words come from. If snowflakes were kisses, I'd send you a blizzard. And you could put let it snow, sending warm hugs, happy winter on the inside. Anything works. So we'll grab this one. Now this one is the perfect size for stamping in the middle of that circle. And we're going to put happy winter on the inside. So let's just grab... Oh, you guys, it's probably been a hot minute since I did that. Oh, wow. Can you see that I haven't been at the... Oh, this was the same way. Well, that's not nice. Hang on, I'm going to get a different one. The ones on the table are definitely hydrated. Gosh, when's the last time I did a live? Last week, Thursday. Wow, those dried out really fast. Okay, so we're just gonna give them a good washing. Get this guy off of here. And so we're using Secret C again. So Secret C, to me, with cloud cover, is kind of like how Evening Evergreen used to be with soft succulents. It's kind of like how Fresh Freesia is with blackberry, right? So we're good with you. And we want happy winter. I need a hot toddy, yes. Not kitty honey. No, exactly, not honey. See, you guys, the honey was amazing. I went to bed last night and honey was by my feet. I woke up and honey was by my, like, right between my legs. Like, she never left me. I mean, maybe she did in the middle of the night and then she came back, but I went to bed with her by me and then I woke up with her by me. She never, and my eyes left my side. And when I woke up, I looked at her, she was looking right at me. She was probably thinking, like, Mom, are you going to stop breathing? Who's going to take care of me? Who's going to feed me? But that was so sweet. I was like, oh, she loves me. So you guys, these are actually cute little snowflakes. They're awesome. So a little bit pops out of that stuff if you do the hokey pokey on that. And so we're going to do Secret C here. Okay, so this is really hard to see. I'll be honest, when you have a block where the words are just as big as the block, it's really hard to see the outline of it. I actually think we'll be better off if we just do a little flipperooing here. Just be careful not to get ink everywhere. Let's try this again. Because now you can see a little bit more parameter around the outside here. Oh, I got news for you guys. For those people, I got to look at you. I am in the process. By tomorrow, the cruise will be booked for Alaska. Let me repeat. I've called the group Stampin' on the Seas with Cards by Christine. Okay? So, besides having... I don't have any information yet. I've been working on it the last 2 weeks with Eva, the travel agent. I mentioned it last week, I think, that we were rolling the ball forward with it. Well, tomorrow I'm making the deposit on it, and that means that I have my room assigned, which means that they can book the conference room. Then I need some help from you guys. I need at least 7 other people to book their rooms and make their deposit. Once I have 8 with me, so 7 others and then me, that means our conference room is secured and we'll get the whole space. So I know that I had a few girls here last night that are like that on it. So I might have between 2 and 3 people that were already talking about last night that they're going to get their deposit in. But you can't do anything until we got it finalized, which probably won't be till later tomorrow or by Monday. Okay, so like my part will be finalized tomorrow, but then I believe Eva said that how it works is anybody who wants to go on the cruise, there's gonna be 2 parts of it. Side talk here, side quest, you guys. There's 2 parts of it. There's the cruise part where you book that through Eva, And then there's going to be a stamping element, which is through me. So there's the cost of the cruise, there's the cost of the airfare to get there, and then there's the Stampin' portion of it where there's a cost element to that, because when we're on our sea days, we're going to be creating and crafting together. So I'll have organized creative projects. I almost said organized chaos, but organized creative projects, right? So classes, let's say, of stuff every time we're on sea day. So we're going to Alaska. Sorry, I might not have said that. We're going to Alaska, and we're leaving out of Seattle. So you do not need to have your passport. The dates, you guys can already mark this on your calendar. I just let that stamp marinate for a really long time. You can already mark your calendar. It's in the books. It's July 30th, 2027. It's not 2026. And it's Alaska, because I don't get motion sickness when I go on a cruise ship in Alaska, or from past experience I have it, and I get motion sickness. My dad gets motion sickness, and he was with me, and he didn't get sick once. So for people who suffer from motion sickness like me, you might think about it, because Alaska is some of the calmest waters in there that you never even feel it at all. So, all right, so Alaskan Cruise 2027, Stampin' on the Seas with cards by Christine. So Jean is totally in for the cruise. Okay, so I'm hopeful that I have 7 people that will help make the deposit is a $500 deposit, and you don't have to make full payment until like May of 2027. And the rates right now are somewhere between $1,100 and $1,300, right? Depends on, for inside balcony. I booked at like $1,200, I think, for the inside balcony. But for people who want balconies or bigger rooms or whatever, it's whatever the going rate is with Royal Caribbean when you call Eva to book, right? So I can't quote a price. I could just say like mine was around $1,200. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was high ends of $1,100 something. So there you go. Do you stop at a port in Vancouver? No, we stop in Victoria, British Columbia. So it's Juneau, Endicott Arm, and Dawes Glacier, Skagway, and Juneau. I can actually find my phone. I have a screenshot of it. 7 days. So we leave on a Friday, July 30th, and then we come back on a Friday, which it must be August 6th. Hi, Mom, you're talking too much. You need to stop. I'm almost done, buddy. So I took a screenshot of it. You guys can see the screenshot here. It's a 7-night Alaskan cruise, and it's the Voyager of the Seas on Royal Caribbean. We leave out of Seattle, and we go to Juneau, Skagway, Endicott Arm, and Dawes Glacier, Victoria, British Columbia, and back to Seattle. Tigger wants his blankie. Here, let me get this for you, buddy. There you go. That's what you want. That's what you want. There you go, buddy. Okay, and our dates are July 30th through August 6th. Now, that's not the price. That was the low-end price of something like 3 weeks ago, right? That was just a screenshot. But it's July 30th through August 6th of 2027. 7-night Alaskan Adventure Cruise. And Victoria is good for you. Good. So, all right. And Trisha just paid for her spring transatlantic cruise. Yay! So, all right. So that was a little side note, you guys. But even all my sickness, we're still making things happen, and we're getting things done. All right. So let's go ahead and stamp our snowflakes. So we did the snowflakes like this on the other card. I'm going to do them on this one too. And I like to be not all consistent about where I'm putting these to make it look like they're all kind of different, right? So I go upside down, I go inside out, go all around, like you just don't care. Then you don't need them there first to pick me up. I'd have to fly, yes, Nancy, you'd have to fly to Seattle because the cruise ship leaves out of Seattle. And I'll be honest, I reached out to Rose Coleman, and I asked Rose if she would want to co-partner with me for this cruise. And she's a busy girl. We haven't connected yet. So I'm definitely going to try to. But yes, Nancy, you'll need to cross into the United States join us in Seattle, because if you join us later, you're going to miss all the cruise, right? So you definitely want to join us in Seattle. I can do a deposit this month. Please send me Eva's info. Yes. So you guys, I promise, the minute that I get Eva's go ahead with her saying, yep, it's time to make deposits, get your girls to make deposits, I will create, I don't know if I'll create an event, but what I'll do, I'll have an email, and I will probably create an event for a landing page. It won't have all the details of the stamping site, but what it'll have is contact Eva to make your deposit. And right now, it was really funny because she originally quoted me Black Friday rates, and she locked me in at the sale after Black Friday, which was better. She said it actually saved me like 40 or 50 bucks, the sale that was going on after Black Friday. Okay, so it like was nicer to see that it was not 1,200 something, it was actually 1,100 something, the high ends of the 1,100. But I'm like, 30 bucks or 40 bucks is still like, that's 30 bucks. So, but yes, as soon as I have her go ahead, I will create a quote unquote event on my website. That'll give us a website to go to, and it'll have all of her contact information. It'll have her part, and it'll have stamping details to come, because I still need to reach out to Patty Bennett and figure out how to do the stamping side of it, right? Because no clue. I mean, I could make something up, but I want to have like the insider information how to do it the best way for all you guys. All right. Only if you get off the ship. What is the deposit about Laura is $500. All right, I don't want to lose that little dude. All right, so let's get this guy put together. So we're going to glue this. We could glue this, and we could glue that sooner or later, and we could glue our designer paper here. I know this sounds gruesome, but I don't know how. Oh no! Barbara! That does sound sad. I don't know if it sounds gruesome, but it does sound sad. So that's just it. For those that I have, that my goal is to have, so they said they can fit, she said 100 people would be too tight in the conference room. So I'm not going for 100. I'm going for like 75 to maybe 80 people. She said that's a reasonable goal. But I don't think for me it's going to sell at any time soon. So we're just going to keep our eyes on the number, and hopefully you guys at some point, if you want to go, it works for you to go, and if you can't make that decision quite yet, it's completely understandable. Completely understandable. Do I know what floor? No, I have an idea for you, Judy Sharp, though. I bet you could go on a treasure hunt, not a treasure hunt, but a hunt. Go to, here, it's Voyager of the Seas. Go look up that cruise ship. Go into your internets like this, go to here, right? And go and say, what floor is the, oh, I wonder if it'll, this is how easy this stuff is, you guys. If you have questions like that, watch this. What floor is the conference room of the Voyager of the Seas cruise ship on? Okay? You see that, how easy that was? The conference center of the Royal Caribbean's Voyager of the Seas is located on deck 2, offering flexible meeting spaces that can be divided into smaller rooms or larger boardroom. Ha! Look at that. Did you know, Judy Sharp, that that's how easy it is to ask the Google anything? Okay. So, answer that question. So I'll remember that too. It's deck 2. But don't you have to take all the classes? So how it's going to work, from what I understand on the Stampin' Up side, it's not Stampin' Up that's doing any of this. It's me personally. I buy Stampin' Up product. I am going to create classes, and there's going to be a cost. And I don't know if it's $150 or $200. There's something, right? If you guys go look at other demonstrators who do cruises, I'll probably be very similar to them. So there'll be a cost to it. So if people, like, if you want to bring your husband on the cruise and he doesn't want to do anything with the stamping part of it with me, he doesn't have to pay the stamping part. But if you want to do the stamping part with me, then you need to register via me to the stamping side of it, right? So anybody can book and come on the cruise with me. If you want to do the stamping part of it, there's an additional cost for being part of that party, let's say. All right. So part of Stampin' on the Seas, there's going to be a Stampin' part like associated, or a cost associated with it. Okay. But you have to take the classes. If you don't, Laura Sullivan, if you don't do the Stampin' Up part with me, or my Stampin' part with me, then you're not invited into, like, you're not part of the event, right? So you wouldn't be able to come, I would say, right? It's not fair. You don't come into the conference room. You're not part of the prize patrol. You're not part of the camaraderie and the socializing, right? So guys or significant others who want to come with their spouses or significant others onto the ship but don't want to have anything to do with the stamping thing, they're going to go find their own time and go do their own things, right? And the days that we're not at sea, you could be together, right? Because we're not going to probably plan stamping things on the days that we're out in the cities, right? But if you don't pay for do the stamping part, you wouldn't be part of my stamping group. I guess, does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Like, I think that's how it works, right? So, but I do know husbands and significant others go on the cruises with people where like, let's say the stamper wants to do the event, but their significant other doesn't want to. The significant other wouldn't pay to be in the stamping part, but they would share the cabin or the room with the person. So I hope that makes sense. That could be dangerous because husband will go to the casino. Yes, Rose, right? The husband would go to the casino. Yes. Yep. Biggest floating casinos around. Too soon for a decision for Sue Devis. No problem, you guys. It's no problem. All I need are 7 people. And I think that's it. And it's 30 days from the day I signed the contract, which is tomorrow. So I think that's doable. I think I can. I hope I will. If I don't, then I just don't. I don't know. Then I got to pay for the conference room or something. I don't know. So, okay. I'm just gluing this, you guys, on here. So it's been exciting. I've never hosted a cruise with stamping, right? I guess at some point it made it to my bucket list within the last few years. And I may do it one time or I may do it 20 more times. I don't know. But I can at least say I did it once. And that's the goal. Just to, and the reason why it's a goal of mine is because I have a lot of stamping buddies, my girls here, that have traveled with me to Raleigh and to Houston, Indianapolis. I've taken people to Lansing, Michigan on a bus. So I've taken 2 bus trips. I took 55 of my stamping friends to Lansing, Michigan. And I took 55 down to Indianapolis. And then I took 12 girls to Houston with me. And I took like 34 girls to Raleigh with me. And we've done a lot of stuff in the U.S. And I've heard a lot of people say that they wish they could get to Alaska, or Alaska's on their bucket list. So my thought is I'm going to help people cross off Alaska off of their bucket list. It was on my dad's bucket list, and I helped my dad get to Alaska in 2018 because him and my mom joined me on the incentive trip that year, my first incentive trip. And so I want to help a lot of ladies get Alaska off their bucket list. And this is the way to do it. In Stampin', true Stampin' style, right? And I make it, if the girls have traveled with me in the past, I make it very easy for people to travel. I don't carry your bags for you per se, but I have done that. But I try to make it easy for people to get where they want to go. All right, so here's the deal. We're going to take these dimensionals off. Oh, Connie Moore, I have no idea. Connie asked, what supplies do we need? I'm going to just repeat. I have nothing planned for the stamping part of it at this moment. I need to call Patty Bennett, and I'm hoping she will hold my hand and talk to me for about an hour so I can take all the notes and know all the things to make it smooth and successful. So at this moment, besides knowing I have the date, I have a cruise ship, and I have a conference room. That's all I know at this point. And I need to have 7 other people make a deposit to make sure I have a conference room. That's where I'm at. But I think I had 3 people in person last night that were probably ready to help me with part of that goal. So that's good. And until, you guys, if you get emails from me on a regular basis, or you are on my Facebook, or you watch me regularly, you're going to see when it happens. You're going to see the information come out. You won't, I know you won't miss it. And if like in 15 days or 2 weeks from now, you haven't, then you just give me a call. And I will make sure you get the information. Oh my gosh, I sound horrible, you guys. I am so sorry I sound like this. I contemplated not going live, but I didn't feel like I could do that 2 days in a row to you. So we're making it through it. All right, so you've got 2 little gems and a big one. I'm going to save the big one for that bigger snowflake And then the little gems are going to go here. Now, you guys had a 4th snowflake in your kit. It should be that guy right there. And I didn't put it on. Nancy says, yeah, I've been on an Alaskan cruise, and I would do it again in a heartbeat. Yay! I love it. Well, you guys, I was there in 2018 for the incentive trip. Oh, sorry. Hang on. Let me turn you on. Again, you don't need to hear that. So, and I'm going on the trip again next year, is to Alaska, and with doing this cruise ship to Alaska in 27, it's like 2 back to back. So I must love it that much that I want to do it back to back 2 years in a row. So I must like it too. Oh, thanks, Anna Carter. So yeah, sorry. Like, it doesn't sound so pleasant blowing the nose, and so it's gotta even be worse on you guys listening to it. Oh, so all I know is we're almost done, and then you guys, we've got our 3 cards made. We got some chitty chatties in, sound effects. Oh yeah, but not the good kind. Oh, yeah, no bueno. Okay, so we got her done. Yay! So there is a cloud cover ribbon that if you're going to reproduce this card at home and you don't necessarily have this white fuzzy ribbon, you could also use the cloud cover ribbon that is in the annual catalog. So, yay! All right, so we got that one done. Yeah, so the 3 cards that we made tonight for the December monthly class, oh, it's all good, are these 3. So one of these cards is not like the other one. Which one could it be? That one, because it's purple. Love it though. All right, so I've got this class one more time on Saturday morning, and I've got it at the same time we're gonna do the bundle class. So the bundle class, I was gonna show you guys, I have lots of this one left too. I probably have 15 left of this one. This is what I'm gonna do with you guys next Thursday, which is the 18th. It's called the Modern Christmas class, and we're gonna make that one. We're gonna do that one. We're gonna do this one. And we're going to do that one. So that's next week for you guys, the 18th. Monday, come Monday, it'll be all right. Come Monday, I'll be holding you tight, and we'll be making some cards together. We're going to do the Let's Just Stamp, which features delicate pines. So this is on Monday. I have about 20 left of this one too. I realize that December, you guys are all kick back, working on your Christmas stuff, your decorations, probably making candy and cookies and doing your Christmas cards and cleaning the house, getting ready for all the festivities. You're not doing as many card classes. So I noticed that. I saw it this month. And we made up 68, I believe, of this one. And we've done that for the last 2 months for Let's Just Stamp, but we also have about 20 left of this one. So if anybody's still looking for any card classes for December, the only one that sold out was the game night. And that sold out during class. I also want to show you guys the ornament. Thank you so much. I have an ornament that I did for the holiday open house. Give me a second. I'm going to go grab it. So you guys that got your kits, I can show you it. 1 second. All right, here's the ornament. So I did my holiday open house a little bit different this year. And you guys, I have to explain this to you. I started off as in-person, back doing in-person classes in 2016. And I did only in-person until the COVID hit in 2020. And in 2020, I had to make a decision. And I went online, and then I blossomed into an online and in-person business for me, for my Stampin' Up business. And so I've grown a lot through the years. I think you guys probably, for those of you have been watching, some of you have been watching me since 2020 and never have left my side. I appreciate that. And it's a lot. And you probably watched the growing pains, and that there's solely one of me. And my customer base has grown exponentially, which is amazing. I'm very blessed for that. And so I always used to have only an in-person holiday open house. People will come in person. I have a discount tree, and my mom makes candy and cookies, and we have hot chocolate, and people come and make a make and take, and it was always in person. And so when things moved to the online world, I had to put a disclaimer at the end of my catalog, the end of my schedule that said, for those of you that aren't local but would have come if you were local, let me know, and I'll send the make and take with you. And that was good and that worked for like the first couple of years. And now for the last couple of years, it's been really hard because I don't know how many to make and prep, how many make it takes, because I don't want to sit and make 100 of them and then I only need 40 of them. So I had to make an executive decision this year that was a little different than last year. And how it worked differently is I made the decision that I was going to make 40 of them for mailing, and I saved about 15 of them for in person because I have about 15 people that come in person. So I made 40 of them for the online community. And how I had a stipulation in it this time, I put in there, and I sent an email with it that said, if you are getting a December package, so package in December, I'm going to randomly put them in people's packages. So I randomly put them in 40 people's packages out of like 110, right? So it wasn't quite half, but it was just under half of people got the holiday open house make and take. So if you got a make and take packet, there was a little golden ticket in there, and it has the name of it, says holiday open house. And I'm not going to do a video per se on how to put it together. There's going to be a PDF tutorial with pictures, and that's coming. But I know people have been asking me for it and saying, hey, are you going to do something with this? And I'm like, well, yeah, but kind of hard to get it done right now because of one thing, spraining the ankle, going into shipping, mailing out packages, and then getting sick. You guys, it's like, blah. So I'm going to show it to you what it looks like and kind of maybe walk through how to do this. So for those of that want to make it, you can. Oh, thanks, Joy Moody. So it's an ornament. And so I really wanted to do this for everybody's creative escape in September, your make and take. I couldn't get this formulated in my head back in August. Otherwise, this would have been your make and take for the winter creative escape, right? So what we did, or I did actually, I looked around for some different ideas. We took 2 of the circles and they're back to back. And then there's 1 gold star, 1 black circle. And then you have your baker's twine, that's the black and gold. And then you have some of the gold ribbon that's 1/8 inch. That's just woven back and forth. And you're going to stamp a sentiment on your little white strip here. And what I did is I took the ribbon and I folded the ribbon in half and I went around it and made a loop, and then I put the tails through the loop. And then that captured it down here. And then it's glued in between the circles. And then I did a knot up here. And then I went all the way to the end and made another knot so that you can hang it from a tree or wherever you want to hang it from. And it's kind of cool because I got it kind of set up that it spins, right? So it does that. And the little circle is like a 1 1/4. And then whatever. So this sending you cheer comes from wishing you cheer, I think. And it's just stamped in black ink, and then the little black circle, and you just weave the ribbon back more. So it's not rocket science, it's not too crazy, but so 40 of you have this in your package, and so you got one of the random kits just put in your package, and I do have a list of everybody who got it, and so once the tutorial is written, I will send that out to the 40 people that got it. So it's just a little bonus gift for people. That it's a way for that I can kind of give back and say thanks to people, because I don't think I would have had, so I made up 53 kits, right, or 55. I don't think I would have really had 53 people come in person, but it's hard. And that way I could give back to people who support me, and by in December, especially by getting classes in December with me. So yay. Yeah, I thought it wasn't so bad. I thought it came together. I was pretty proud of it. I'm okay with it. So, because I wasn't quite certain what to do with that little gold ornament thing, the hoop thing. So, all right. So that's coming, you guys. So just hang tight on that. So I do have my holiday open house. If anybody does want to come in person, it is on Sunday from 1 to 3. And then it's on Monday from 6 to 8 or like 5:30 to 8. And my mom dropped off today. She's so sweet. She dropped off all the goods. I got like bars and cookies and candy. She was my little elf, and she brought me all the homemade stuff. There's no store-bought anything except for the ingredients were store-bought, and my mom made everything. So, and she even picked up my chocolate milk for me today and brought it. So she knew how busy I have been, and then getting sick, she felt really bad, so she wanted to help me make sure I'm all ready for Sunday. So, all right. So Connie was wondering what that was when you opened your package. You're very welcome. And Debbie got one too. Yay. Yeah. Well, 40 of you guys got it. So, yeah, I couldn't remember everybody, but I did make a list. It's in my spreadsheet. So I can easily, once the tutorial is written, I can easily send it out. And for those of you who get the Inspiration Hive from me, I will put the tutorial in the Inspiration Hive. So if you're a subscriber to that, that's an extra bonus gift for you that I'm going to put that in there for you guys too. So yay. Let's do a door prize drawing. And then I can feel my ears like itching. So I think I said 6 people. I had 6 people that placed orders to get this class. I'm making sure I didn't miss anybody. Yes, 6. So we're going to do a random number generator. And then I wish you could be here too. You don't get back till Wednesday though. I will have lots of things to do for you though, if you want things to do. So, Annette, while you were gone, the girls have been gluing. All the sympathy cards are made, and I think almost all the B cards, the anniversary B cards. I know what I was going to share with you guys. I was going to share with you the magnet I got for my team. So, okay, we have 6. So almost all the B anniversary cards are put together. I'm going to drop this down and hit generate. Number 4. 4 is Darrell Hoffaker. Yay, Darrell. Awesome sauce. You're the winner chicken dinner of the monthly card door prize. I'm going to show you guys the magnet I got. Or, yeah, a magnet, calendar magnet. Hang on. We had my team meeting on Sunday. It was the biggest team meeting I've ever had. We had 27 people in person in the Hive, and I think we had about 20 people online. So it was somewhere around 50 people. And I wish I would have had these in person for people, but I didn't. And so they arrived on Monday. So I had these made up for everybody on the team. So it says Be Happy Stampers, and then it's got a magnet. And it's one of those tear-off calendars, right? So it's all good for 2026. So last year, I think I got the magnets for everybody. And this year, we're going to do calendars. And I think I like the calendars. We might do that every year. So we announced who the top 20 were for the team. And this is, I don't know if I showed this off last week, but the top 20 I had, so like how Stampin' Up does their rankings, with Stampin' Up, I do the rankings for the Bs. And so we started at 30. And so 21 through 30 were just, they were an announcement. But then from 20 down to 1, people that were in the top 20 got my Yeti, a yellow Yeti. It's called Beekeeper Yellow. Yay! So fitting, right? And then I got them custom engraved that say Be Happy. And then proud to be a Be Happy stamper. And then Kathy Booker, this is hers. She ended up being number 18. So congratulations to Kathy Booker. Yay. And then the other thing I had Lisa Klotz makes. She had, so I always like to have a handmade thing. So Lisa Klotz makes these. Well, it was a keychain. And so it's not necessarily bees, but it's yellow and black and white, and it's very cute. So that goes on with your keys. So I was able to give that to the top 20 girls too. And then a handmade card. Oh my gosh, the handmade cards. Julie Bierschbach made the handmade cards, and they are gorgeous. So very cool. So very cool. Be sure to brew up a hot toddy. It will make you feel better, a lot better. Yes, and Juvenate Blessing. Thank you so much, Pat Bischoff. I appreciate that. All right, so there. Now I get to show you guys a little bit. Yeah, we had a great team meeting. Anybody that is a Be Happy stamper and you weren't able to be part of the Zoom or watch it, make sure you catch the replay. So it was really good. So it was a lot of good. Thanks, Sherry Stewart. I try. So I already have another Yeti lined up. So when Yeti came out with the Beekeeper Yellow, like this color right here, can't lie. I tried to get this for everybody, but by the time I went to order 25 of these with customization, they were gone. I was not quick on the draw, but I was able to get the thermos, this water bottle, and I was able to get the tumbler, a 20-ounce tumbler. So I haven't decided though. So, and I gave a Yeti coffee cup like 2 years ago. And so I can't do, as much as I love Yeti, I can't always give Yetis, right? Last year I did a money pouch, I think. And it was awesome. I love the money pouch. So I have a Yeti, like a tumbler in safekeeping. And I think we're going to have to skip that for 26 and save it for 27. So I'm got to think of something really good for next year yet. And I usually like to try to have it ahead of time so that I can show it off to the team so that they can see what it is. And that is always like a little bit of an incentive. They're like, oh, I really like that. I might want to work hard for that, right? So that's how it goes. Can you go over where we find last year's fourth quarter? Yeah. So I can send you a screenshot if this doesn't make sense, Donna Grushki, because I do a Better Your Best for those that are wondering what she's wondering about. I do a Better Your Best challenge for the last quarter of the year, so for October, November, December. And so it's comparing this quarter, like so as of December 31st, to how you were last quarter of last December 31st, 2024, right? So what your sales were for last quarter of the year, last year compared to this year. And so Donna, what you do is you log into your demonstrator side. So as a demonstrator, when you're looking at the screen on a computer, on the right-hand side, if you're looking at this, I don't know if it's right or however you're looking at it, but when you're on your right-hand side, there's a little spot that says My Reports. And when you click on My Reports, it takes you into a different section, and you can go click on the up in the right-hand corner, there's different years. And you want to go click on 2024 and hit go. And then what you want to do is look at what your quarter sales were for 2024. And then wait till January 1st or after. You'll have from January 1st till the 10th-ish, something like that. At least from like the first week, at least the 1st to the 7th, the 1st to the 10th, something like that. And then that's when you're going to want to fill out the form that says that you increase your sales by X amount. And then there's different rankings, right? So if you increase by so much, you get this. If you reach by this, right? So there's different tiers of gifts. Not gifts, but like it's open for everybody on the team, right? It's all the same, open for everybody. It's like, it's not just one person gets the opportunity. No, if you're on the team, you all got the email hopefully, or you see it on the Facebook page, and you all get on it. So, and we got a kidding spot, yay! So, but definitely, it's waiting until the first week of the new year before you fill out the form. Don't do it now unless you know you're not going to spend any more money and you know you're done. Then go for it. But if you think you might, I mean, it's still early yet. It's still only 11th, right? So you have 2 weeks yet. 3 weeks almost. One, two. You almost have two. It's almost 3 weeks. So you might just wait till the end. So it's just like a incentive, right? That I do for my team. It's kind of like just a way that I can give back to my team. All right. I think I'm good. I hope, Donna, if that doesn't make sense, just send me an email. And then if you send me a Facebook message, that's hard because I'm in my phone with Facebook messages usually. If you send me an email, I'm in my computer, and I can pull it up on my computer, take a screenshot, and just send you a screenshot. That's always easier. So, all right, you guys, I thought I'd be done about 7:30, but I chitty-chatted way more on the back end this time than I did on the front end. So I kept it really short. If you guys are wondering what happened to Bigger Tigger, he's going to say goodnight to you, because if I'm going to take a picture here, nobody puts baby in the corner, but he put himself in the corner. Look at that. He is wedged right in that corner. He's on his favorite blanket that's in the hive, and he is just hunkered away. Look at that handsome kitten. Just sleeping, snoozing away. All right, you guys, lots of sunshine, love, and big hugs to you. I will catch you again on Monday, is my plan, for Let's Just Stamp at 1 o'clock, okay? That's when I'll be live next. All right, love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your week, and have a great weekend ahead. And we'll see you next time. Love ya. Bye.